Hello and welcome to the core series. Today I'm going to take you through a quick routine that is going to be fantastic for all your postural muscles in your back, through the back of the legs, through the hips and through the arms. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off at the middle of the mat. We're going to get into our deadlift position. So our hip hinge, we're going to fold forward. We're going to have even weight through the feet, knees slightly bent, and we're going to hold it there. Now, if this is challenging enough for you, stay here. We may need to get the stick on your back just to check your form and make sure your back is nice and straight. Now, I just want you to gently push back with the knees so you feel a little bit of tension in the back of the legs. And then if you want to take it one step further, we're going to reach up and reach overhead. So try and get the arms as close to the ears as possible. We want to reach nice and tall. Want to breathe deeply into our belly, push the knees backwards, create tension through the back of the legs. Let's hold it here. This is really good for working all the spinal, postural muscles. Fantastic if you've been sitting at the desk all morning or all afternoon. Keep reaching with the arms, getting them nice and tall. Okay, by now the lower back maybe feeling a little bit fatigued. Okay, lift the head up a little bit. Breathing into the belly, get the whole body working. Shift the weight a little bit, now in towards the heels, reaching up. And then coming up to standing. So that's the first one, just to warm up. Okay, take a deep breath. And let's get into our second rep. So again, folding at the hips. Use the stick on your back to make sure you've got a nice flat back. Make sure all the movement's coming from the hips. Slight bend in the knees. Push the knees backwards until you feel a bit of tension in the back of the legs. So it's really important that we're not straightening the legs completely. So slight bend in the knees. If you're not feeling that, we can fold forward a little bit more. If this is challenging enough for you, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, we're reaching up again. Okay, the minute we reach our arms overhead, we're including a big back muscle, our latissimus dorsi muscle, which originates from our pelvis and goes up into our arm. So it connects our shoulder to our hips. And it just intensifies this exercise. You might be somewhere in between, so you might want to drop the arms down just to get used to it and then bring it up. So just work with your limits, your capabilities. But when we're in this position, let's push the knees back. Let's get the whole body working. We're trying to get our back into a little bit more into extension. It's going to be fantastic for resetting the shoulders. It's a great one just to be done in isolation if you need to take a break from the desk. Couple more breaths here. Lift up that chest. And then coming up into standing. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, third and final rep. So let's fold at the hips again, get into position, feet about shoulder width apart, push the knees backwards, lean forward a bit more if you need to feel that tension in the back of the legs. Stay here if this is challenging enough for you. If you want to take it a step further, we're reaching the arms up. Okay, this is a fantastic exercise for building strength in the lower back. Improving the mobility through the back of the legs, primarily the hamstrings, that often get shortened, tight. Everyone will feel this differently though. Breathing into the belly. Couple more breaths here. Really reach up with the arms. Try and get them nice and close to the ears. Push the knees back. Get the whole body working. And then coming up into standing. Good work. Okay, we're going to come down onto our mat now. So we're going to get into a press up plank. So we can do the first modification, which is on our knees. Okay, we can modify that again onto our forearms, or we can get into our plank on our forearms, or we can be in the press up plank like so. So just choose the modification that suits you. Make sure the hips stay nice and level. And let's hold it here. Now, if this is challenging enough for you, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, just bring the feet together a little bit. Soften the knees. And just raise your left leg up off the mat. Let's hold it here. Then lower that left leg down and raise the right leg up. Keep the hips level, lower down and drop to the knees. Good work. So that's our first rep. So it doesn't matter what modification you do in these exercises, as long as it's challenging for you, you keep in good form, and that's the most important thing. So again, set yourself up for the plank, whether that's on the forearms or the knees, or in our full press up plank. Okay. If this is challenging enough for you, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, just bring the feet together, soften the knees a little bit, and let's raise the left leg up. So make sure the hips stay level. We don't drop off, we're pushing through the hands. Stand strong through the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. And then lower that foot down in control and raise the right leg up. Keep breathing. Last couple of breaths. And drop that foot down. Come to the knees. Okay, the plank is a fantastic exercise for building strength and stability around the shoulders. It's great for hips, great for abdominal muscles. It's just a fantastic exercise to reset all our postural muscles and get us strong in that plane of motion. So let's go for our third one now. So again, set yourself up into your plank on the knees, on the forearms, or in the full press up plank. So make sure the hips are nice and level, shoulders are strong. If this is challenging enough for you, stay here, no need to go any further. If you want to take it a step further, we're lifting that left leg up off the mat. So lift the head up. It's easy to drop the head when things become challenging. Take a breather at any stage. Okay, and then slowly lower that left foot down and raise the right leg up. Hold it here, in control. And then lower that right foot down. And then just come up onto the back of the heels. Toes tucked underneath us. And just take a breather here. So we're going to get into our third exercise now. Our back extension exercise. So we're going to lay down on the mat. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to bend the lower legs to about 45 degrees, point the toes towards the mat. Okay, it's really important that we squeeze the legs together on this exercise. We're having the hands out by our side. Squeeze the elbows into the side of the torso, and then we're going to lift the chest up off the mat. So it's really important here that we keep squeezing those legs, squeeze the knees, the ankles, inner legs together. We're activating the whole body. Breathe into the belly. Keep lifting. This is a fantastic one. Getting the back into extension. Working on the leg muscles. And then come down nice and slowly. And just take a breather. So these 3 exercises are going to really reset your body for the rest of the day. Okay, second set. Squeeze the legs together, the knees, the ankles, inner legs. Have the hands just hovering off the mat. Tuck the chin in and raise the chin up and the chest up off the mat. Squeeze the elbows into the side. Come out at any stage if you just need to take a breather. A few more breaths here. It's hard work. And then come down. Good work. Take a breather. Okay, and last rep for the day. So squeeze the knees together, the ankles, the inner legs. Hands up by the sides, squeeze the elbows in. And let's go, lifting up. A few more breaths here. One last push, lifting up that chest, squeeze the legs in, and down. Good work. Okay, coming up. Let's finish the session as we always do, laying on our back and just taking a moment to assess how we're feeling through the body, find out what we found challenging today. It's a short session today, but a great one to slide into your day, in your lunch break. Quick one to do at the end of the day if you're short of time. By all means, start this video again and do a second set if you're feeling like you need another round. But sometimes we're just a bit time poor. So there's no excuses with this routine. So let's get the breathing back to normal. Hands out by the side, open up the feet. Breathing into the belly. So if you've got 5 or 10 minutes of spare time now, I'd thoroughly recommend you stay where you're at. Focus on your breathing. Clear the mind. Allow the body to adjust to the positions we explored today. So thanks for joining me. It was awesome to have you on the mat. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Thank you very much.